Oh fucking shit. Hey everyone, this is Corey, and today I want to talk about Half-Life Alyx, which I believe is the absolute best experience you can have in VR right now. So let's jump right into it. But before we do, I want to really quickly tell you about some giveaways I'll be doing for this channel. For every 1,000 subs on this channel, I will do a giveaway for $10 up to 10,000 subs. Once I reach 10,000 subs, I will be doing $25 giveaways every 10K up until 100,000 subs. I'm not sure what I'll be doing at 100,000 subs, we're a little bit far from that, but it will be bigger than $25. When each giveaway sub count is met, the giveaways will happen live on my Twitch channel, so follow me there as well. As of now, I only have 47 followers on Twitch, so your odds are very good for the first $10 giveaway once we reach that at 3,000 subs. That's less than 200 subscribers away from 3,000, so let's get that going. Alright, let's talk about Half-Life Alyx. Half-Life Alyx is about scaring the shit out of you in the most immersive way possible while giving you the best VR experience you'll ever have. At least, that's until there's finally some competition. Half-Life Alyx is the game which made me purchase my Valve Index headset. When the Half-Life Alyx trailer was released in November last year, I was shocked and amazed, like many of you were. I grew up playing Half-Life games, and after playing Half-Life 2 when it released and seeing the absolutely amazing things Valve can do in video games, I knew that I absolutely had to experience Alyx in VR. So in Half-Life Alyx, you have guns you use to kill enemies, your hands you use to grab objects and throw things like grenades, and you have a multi-tool for solving puzzles. Half-Life Alyx is a sci-fi shooter created by Valve and has a deep narrative which is incredible in VR. Half-Life games have always been groundbreaking experiences which defy a new generation of gaming. The first Half-Life set a new standard of graphics and lighting, and Half-Life 2 set the new standard with their physics engine and absolutely amazing facial details and animations. I would definitely at least play through Half-Life 2 if you can't make the time for the original games, and if you can't play Half-Life 2, then watch one of those story catch-up videos for the Half-Life 1 and 2 story before playing Alyx. That being said, with Half-Life Alyx, Valve set the new standard for VR, which so far, not many developers have come close to. Half-Life Alyx was my first real experience outside of free VR games, Beat Saber, and a couple of other titles like Accounting Plus and Budget Cuts. This means it was even more terrifying because I wasn't even comfortable being close to anything alive and moving in VR since I have only had VR for a month and didn't play any horror games prior to this. I'd say Alyx is a comfortable mix between a psychological thriller, horror, and shooter, with a good amount of puzzles to solve between the horrifyingly thrillful shooting. And this is the negative stuff. This is just what I'm calling it for now. We'll figure out what it's going to be called later. So the first thing is that Half-Life Alyx forces you out of your comfort zone. And I hated every fucking moment of it, but it was also incredible and made me want to keep playing. But I also couldn't play because my heart wouldn't allow it sometimes because I was so fucking scared. Again, this was my first real horror VR experience, and I was only a month into VR. It was horrifying. Also, fuck any and all dark chapters where you use your flashlight. Those are the worst levels. I hated every single one of them. Manhacks also. When these are a tiny bit too close to you, they become more difficult to shoot. They're so annoying to fucking deal with. One thing that I found pretty awkward is the body physics can use some adjusting. It seems that there's actually an anchor point at the hips of the bodies which causes some weird physics when trying to move the bodies around. They could have done that a little better. I don't know why they really chose to leave them anchored, but who knows? I'm not a developer. The birds, which fly at 5 frames per second and skip across the skies, can definitely be fixed as well. Other than that, there weren't many negative things that I could find with this game, so let's see what bugs are in Half-Life Alyx. I didn't notice any game-breaking bugs. The game never crashed, and played very well on the stock GTX 1070 I was running it with. I actually don't remember any bugs at all, but there were some instabilities that I noticed. I did have some frame rate issues on one of the last levels with the Strider, but that's because my old stock 6700K was overloaded, and when I overclocked it to a healthy 4.7 GHz, the issue was resolved. Developers were quick to release updates for bugs, and even added liquid effects in bottles 2 months after release. You can't help but respect a developer which releases a game that is complete and has the bug situation ironed out. So outside of all the hot garbage video game stuff that no one—
Shut the fuck up. Tell us what you do like.
I liked pretty much everything about Half-Life Alyx, from the various movement options including teleportation, which I had to use personally because I still wasn't comfortable with smooth locomotion movement, to the ease of swapping weapons and how natural it felt going through that menu, to the theatrics and immersive environments which Half-Life Alyx brings. The developers said they created each chapter to be unique and have something different for the player to enjoy. And I can tell you each chapter felt unique and has its own personality. In one chapter, I was in a hotel playing piano, and in another, I was frantically running from a strider which was chasing me.
Oh, fuck!
The developers really went all out with this VR title, and it has things in it which so many other VR games do not have. When I say they thought of everything, they have your entire HUD on your hand and what gun you are using. One glove has information such as your health and shows how much ammo you have left in your backpack, and the guns themselves show you how much ammo you have left in your magazine. Guns give you clear indicators when you run out of bullets. These are all part of the weapon itself, and they did it in a way which doesn't break immersion at all and makes you feel like you're actually manipulating a real modified futuristic weapon. When shooting your gun, you see a small indicator of where your bullets are hitting, and this allows for quick adjustments to get your aim down if you miss the marker the first time. The guns feel great, and I'm glad they did not do anything weird like add weight to the weapons. Games like The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners added weight to their weapons, and I personally think it breaks immersion when you see your weapon in VR slugging behind. Let's be honest, this just looks like your VR avatar has rubber arms, and this distraction only takes away from the immersion. If the main component in your game is shooting, then you want some sense of progression there, or upgrades. At least I do. And having weapon upgrades in Half-Life Alyx only adds to the fun. In one part of the game, you walk down a tunnel and your communication gets cut off between you and Russell. I was personally terrified at this time because it was really immersive and it made me feel like I actually lost communication in these tunnels because I was actually there. It was just a lot of fun and I enjoyed this section. The level design is amazing in Alyx, and a lot of the object placement is positioned strategically, especially on the level Jeff. The puzzles in Alyx are great as well, and they feel so good in VR compared to the previous titles. Half-Life Alyx has the best fucking soundtrack I have ever heard in a game. Ori and the Blind Forest comes close, but it doesn't provide the same immersive and impactful tone which Half-Life Alyx brings. Most people don't recognize it because people tend to be visually biased, but audio brings so much to a game or a movie which influences your emotions to make you feel what the creators of the story want you to feel. And Half-Life Alyx absolutely blew me away with this. Half-Life Alyx is an absolutely horrifying experience for those who get creeped out just by entering an immersive environment. I can tell you that I would not want to wander around any part of City 17 by myself, and the fact that there are barnacles, bloaters, head crab zombies, lightning dogs, manhacks, combine, antlions, and striders infesting the entire city means that I would never survive in City 17. Oh, and let's not forget about Jeff, too. So why would someone want to immerse themselves in this kind of environment? Because it's fucking awesome. It's an environment and story you can never experience in real life. Or maybe one day aliens will visit Earth and take over our planet. We certainly can't be the only planet with living beings on it in the entire universe that we all live in. When Half-Life 2 came out, I would never have thought that I would have the ability to step into a Half-Life game in a true first-person experience. And I am so glad that we can, and I am excited to see what happens next in VR. Thank you to everyone who stuck around to the end. I appreciate you watching this video. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, follow my Twitch channel for the giveaways, and leave a comment down below and tell me what you would want during the 100,000 subscriber giveaway, which will probably never happen because you're gonna say something outlandish like a fucking new car or something stupid. Anyway, make sure you think for yourself, which means question yourself, do what makes you happy, and I'll see you all next time. Woo! Hold on, let me grab. Woohoo! And absolutely amazing facial details and animations. And animations.